G'day guys, Harry here from Norweld. Today, we're going to show you around one of our newer demo vehicles, 48 volt Dual Cab Hilux. So Norweld added this vehicle to our fleet in early 2024. It made its way down to us here in Newcastle, and we wasted no time fitting it out with a suite of ARB accessories. So up the front, we've got the Summit Mark II bar, of course, the steps and side rails to complete that look. Also gone for the recovery points underneath. Around the other side, we've got the Safari RMAX snorkel, as well as a base rack and a GME UHF. So we also wasted no time swapping out the stock suspension and wheels. We've opted for the bronze Assaults from ROH, as well as the Kumho Road Venturer AT51 all-terrains. In preparation for the tray and canopy package to be dropped on, we've completely replaced the suspension with the Old Man Emu MT64 kit. That's a complete replacement, along with 600 kilo constant load-rated leaf springs in the rear. So moving into the tray and canopy package on the Hilux, this is our Elite tray with a compact deluxe light canopy. We released our Elite tray early last year in 2024 off the back of 2.5 years of extensive research and development. This tray represents the top of the line offering from Norweld and is loaded with standard inclusions. Starting at the front of the Elite tray, one of the most distinguishing features you'll notice is the exclusive headboard extruded profile. That has a round front and a square back, is an extremely strong extruded profile. Basically, that allows us to get a little bit more aerodynamic over the top, 33% more than the Deluxe tray, as well as have a square set against the canopy so all the clean lines work perfectly. Another standard inclusion on the Elite tray for the dual cab ute range is the color-coded infill panel that sits between the mudguard and the back of the cabin. It's a nice aesthetic touch that finishes it off nicely. We've got our standard flared mudguards, as well as our tapered under tray toolboxes at the back. Now on the Elite tray, these have been upgraded to have a constant torque hinge, meaning you can open the toolbox door and let it go and the lid will simply stay in position. So before we move around the back of the tray, just wanted to touch on perhaps one of the other biggest distinguishing features of the Elite tray. It's the color-coded side profile here. That's a custom extrusion that runs down there with a little rebate to house our painted panel that we do in the vehicle's two-pack color. It's quite a nice aesthetic touch and it matches a lot of the modern vehicles on the market. So moving around to the back of our Elite tray here, you might notice our exclusive Norweld LED tail lights. These are a sequential indicator and they match the taper of the tray perfectly. You won't find them anywhere else on the market. In the center of the tray, we've got a 1200mm rear pull-out drawer with included lid on the Elite tray. Up the front of the tray, underneath, we've got a 40-litre Norweld exclusive poly water tank. So as with a lot of modern vehicles on the market, this Hilux came with a fair bit of technology in the tub. So when we've removed the tub, we've relocated the reverse camera underneath the rear pull-out drawer. We've put the reverse parking sensors in the wings of the tray here and relocated the cross-traffic alert blind spot monitors underneath off chassis mounted brackets here so they retain the factory geometry. So before we get into the canopy side of things, I just wanted to draw your attention to another key Norweld difference, and that is our tray mounts. Now, it's important to remember, not all tray mounts are created equal. As you can see, ours are extremely substantial. We're talking 10mm thick, fully MIG welded, and importantly, independently engineered outside of Norweld to say they're going to take the loads that we need them to take. Now, when you're comparing trays, make sure that you've got a tray mount that's going to stand the test of time. So moving into the canopy side of things, this Hilux is running one of our most popular touring setups, and that is our Deluxe Light Compact Canopy. Dimensionally, we're talking about 1500 length, 1850 wide to match the tray, and 890 in height. Externally, this one's been optioned with our two-pack canopy doors to match the vehicle's aesthetic, as well as around the back. It's got our most popular layout with a ladder, spare tyre, and a jerry can holder. Now importantly, our jerry can holders are interchangeable with our spare wheel holders, so you don't need to commit to one layout or the other. Taking a closer look at the rear wall accessories, our jerry cans are actually 25 litres, and they're available in both a diesel and water option. These are padlocked through the ears here, so they're secure. And if you've got the water jerry can, you can leave the tap on while you take the jerry can in and out. To give you a quick demo of our ladders, there's nothing else quite like this on the market. Basically, this will pull up and out and down, then self-locate in the open position. Now these ladder rungs are also a custom extrusion to Norweld. They've got your foot grip on top as well as a finger grip on the back. Now when you climb up on top, you'll notice we've got our multi-rack with our awning bracket setup. This is probably our most versatile setup for everyday use and touring. However, if you do have a rooftop tent, we can option in some rooftop tent crossbars to make mounting that tent nice and simple. This is our 1500 compact deluxe light canopy. Now, you notice it finishes back from the end of the tray. Our compact range does that so that your rear wall accessories sit closer to the rear axle of the vehicle, your spare tyre, ladder and jerry can, so they don't overhang as far. And when you keep that weight closer to the rear axle, it drastically improves your driving experience. So inside the compact deluxe light, this is our standard configuration. It's got the upright fridge, the 115 litre Dometic in the front passenger left inside our fridge area. Now, if you're partial to the Clearview drop-down slides, this area also accepts the ES220 perfectly. Next to that, we've got our pull-out drawer and table combination. That pulls out once to access the drawer, pulls out and locks in again for the table. Now, this is a great prep area to take stuff from your drawer, either on top here, inside, straight there, or from the fridge out and across. So up on top of the drawer and table combo, we've got our pull-down pantry. That's mounted into the roof unistrut, and as you can see, folds down nice and neatly above the drawer so you can still access everything at once. This has got your salt shakers, your smaller items at the front, all the way up to your saucers, and importantly, your cheeky top shelf at the back. Around the driver's side of the Deluxe Light configuration, you can see how much open space there is. This is great if you don't know what you're going to be putting in this side yet, or if you've got something large, something bulky, or potentially a heap of cargo boxes you want to store quickly and easily. Up on top, we've got a shelf. Me personally, I use that for my camera gear. That comes in 3 different sizes, a small, a medium, like you see here, and then a large to take up the majority of the space. However, up the front in this canopy, we've optioned in the ARB twin air compressor, as well as the Airbag Man 4 litre air tank. This canopy's also been optioned with central locking. This is a great option for those that want the convenience of simply pressing a button to lock their canopy. We do this and wire it into any of our 12-volt packages, so we have it separate from the vehicle's factory locking circuit. We do that so you can lock the canopy in the car independently, and as well, having it on a separate fob means you're less likely to lock your keys in the canopy thanks to most modern vehicles' auto locking feature. The 12-volt system that we've put in this canopy is our Red Arc Ultimate. That's got a 200 amp hour lithium B-Tech battery recessed behind the drawer and table. Around the other side, we've got a RS3 2000 watt inverter. Around this side of the canopy, we've got a Red Vision battery monitor, as well as the Manager 30 charger, so we can charge 30 amps from the vehicle's DC circuit, 30 amps in from the 15 amp AC plug-in in the back wall of the canopy, as well as up to 20 amps from the red solar input on the headboard canopy wall. Closest to me on the outside of the 12-volt package, we've got the things that you should need to interact with on a daily basis when using your canopy. We've got the Red Vision screen for battery monitoring, as well as all of your SIG sockets, USBs and fridge sockets. Inbound of that, we have our 20 amp Anderson outputs, as well as the circuit breakers for each of your charging circuits. Standard in all of our 12-volt packages are our hardcore tricolour dimmable LED lights. Well, there you have it, guys. Hopefully that gives you a run through of what we've done to our 48-volt dual cab Hilux. If you've liked this build and you would like to explore something similar for your vehicle, give the team a call on 1300 302 899 or drop into any one of our 8 Norweld locations right around Australia. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next one.